YouTube, my name is Ep.12 and welcome back to Can They Be DLC Season 3, Episode 12. This episode obviously will be about Miss Lara Croft. And obviously, like every other episode, before we get to Lara Croft, let's talk about some news. There really isn't many news to go over this week, outside of maybe we'll be seeing Super Smash Bros. Character 5 announced this week. It could be on the 27th. It's my major bet. If it is happening, it will be on the 27th, mostly because the Super Smash Bros. YouTube channel updated. I believe I believe it was on the 11th of November. So given the 2 weeks time that we normally get for these things, the 27th seems like the far likelier option in my opinion. Or if it doesn't happen, then it will be a Game Awards announcement for a character. I don't see them announcing a character a week before the Game Awards, so it's either this week or at the Game Awards. Speaking of the Game Awards, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is nominated for Game of the Year. Personally, I looked into the Game Awards nominations. Just gonna say, it feels like a lot of games were snubbed, especially the Nintendo games. Fire Emblem not getting a nomination for Best RPG of the Year. The fact that Luigi's Mansion, Fire Emblem, and Astral Chain, none of these games also made it into the Game of the Year discussion. It just feels wrong, especially when Hideo Kojima got the blowjob of a lifetime. Probably is getting so many people are sucking him off with Death Stranding getting so many nominations. I can understand narrative and performance, but a lot of other things like what was it? Was it art direction? I have to question that one, because the game looks great, very good. It's not artistic in any way, shape or form. It's just realistic, which dime in a dozen these days. Might as well nominate Call of Duty for that. That you ain't doing that. It just feels like inflated to have that one moment where Hideo Kojima or Norman Reedus gets on stage. Just feels very much like that. And speaking of the Game Awards, also Smash getting nominated for Game of the Year. Also, why wasn't Sakurai or Super Smash Bros. the nominated for Best Direction? You're gonna nominate Hideo Kojima, but you're not gonna nominate Sakurai, who has made Smash Bros. Ultimate speaks for itself and how much Sakurai loves games. But hey, anything to get Kojima on stage, I guess, Mr. Keeley. So yeah, that's all about the news about Smash. Obviously, YouTube is going through a few changes here and there with COPPA, and from my understanding, the way it could become dangerous for a lot of channels, mine included, because, well, $42,000, I believe it's the fine that they're going to give to videos that are not, or that they could give to videos that are not, that could be considered child-friendly. They are not classified as child-friendly. It's not a good thing. Personally, I don't know if that affects me because I'm European and the law is from the States. But because I'm putting on YouTube, it's weird. I don't even know if this video, for example, would classify as not appropriate for children. But I did say that Hideo Kojima was getting sucked off and getting blowjobs left, right, and center. So I don't think this video, for example, will be classified for children. I also heard that the reason why YouTube isn't up in the air right now, or how things are going to be done, is mostly down to YouTube, because I believe they are just giving us either you're for kids or for adults. And apparently COPPA in the law, there is a thing of like, if there is a mixed audience, which a lot of people have, even what I do on this channel is very much for a mixed audience. Although I don't make videos for kids, kids could enjoy these videos, especially the Pokemon ones that I'm doing right now and Luigi's Mansion. YouTube could add in the thing to be for mixed. Apparently the law does not make it so that you get punished for it. There's no problem if your audience is mixed, and it just happens that kids happen to view it. You don't have a problem in that. The problem is if you make content specifically targeting kids, and that's what COPPA wants to stop, and YouTube obviously doesn't want to help creators. All I'm saying is, hey, Twitch, I don't know, Amazon, Microsoft with Mixer, if you guys want to make a competitor for YouTube, early 2020 is when you do it, because if YouTube doesn't change and a lot of people start to get the fines, the $42,000 fines that they were talking about, a lot of people are going to jump ship, and it's not going to look good for YouTube. Just saying, because a lot, like, gaming apparently could be considered child friendly, and if you don't, or made specifically for kids. So if you, for example, if any of my videos are not marked as child friendly, I would be absolutely effed in the bum, because I don't have $42,000 to spend, and I've not even made a single cent on YouTube. If I did, all of a sudden have to pay $42,000 because YouTube are a bunch of fucking idiots that don't want to do things the right way. That'll be lovely. But anyway, let's leave that in the past, and let's hope for the best when it comes out, when the next year starts. Hopefully more YouTubers will start talking about Copa. But anyway, let's go on to the topic of this video and what it is about this video about. It is Lara Croft, and can she be a DLC fighter for Super Smash Bros. Or eventually coming to Smash? Here's the thing, as Fighters Pack 5, character that will be revealed either on the 27th or the 13th, or well, for 13th for me, 12th for you guys in America. I don't think she will. Fifth character Pack 5, it's not going to be Lara Croft. I don't think it's going to be a character from Sega, a character from Squeenix, a character from... now, honestly, I could see Microsoft and no, I was going to say SNK. I don't think SNK is going to get another character, mostly because of the songs, the song tracks that we got for SNK. There were 50, so if they wanted to be like, okay, just a few here, like 25 here, 25 on the next one, they would do it, but no, they blow their load with 50. So I guess SNK is also out of Fighters Pack 5, and kind of sort of Fighters Pack, not just Fighters. I don't know, that we don't know how the second season is gonna work out. So I was gonna say also second season, but could Lara Croft be a character in Fighters Pack or after the Fighters Pack? Be a bonus character, be a character outside of be a part of second season? I don't know, it's a weird one. Again, it comes down to Square Enix. It also comes out to the fact that Lara Croft, in the most recent history of Lara Croft, since the reboot, she hasn't had a history with Nintendo. She has had a history with Nintendo going back, I believe, I don't think the GameCube had games for it, but I believe Lara Croft was on the DS. I know she was on the Wii. I'm pretty sure she was on the Wii. I'm pretty sure she also had a game on the DS. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if she was on GameCube, but I don't think she was. Or games from her. But the reboot recently happened. Not an appearance on Nintendo systems. It's on Stadia. Like 12. Like out of the 12 games that Stadia has right now, 3 of them are Tomb Raider games. Is a trilogy, and we have yet to see it come to Switch. Now you could say that doesn't matter. But it kind of does in a way, sorta. Like Persona 5 obviously didn't come out for the Switch, but Persona Q is on 3DS. Persona Scramble 5 Scramble is coming to the Switch. Final Fantasy had a bunch of games coming and spin-offs coming to Switch or to Nintendo systems at the time. And as we now know, a lot of plans probably were already in motion in 2015 to have games on Nintendo systems and Microsoft systems when it came to Final Fantasy. Sure, you could also say Banjo-Kazooie did not come to the Switch, but still Microsoft is making games coming to Switch. I wouldn't be surprised if the Game Awards, and I'll get to my Game Awards predictions right around the time of the Game Awards, even predicting who I think is going to win the awards that I actually can discuss. I think we're going to wait and see there. I think Lara Croft hasn't had that. She hasn't not appeared on the Nintendo system in a while. She wasn't on the 3DS. She wasn't on Switch. She isn't on Switch. She wasn't on Wii U. It's a little bit... I can understand Wii U. I can kind of understand 3DS. I don't understand not having the ports of the games for the Switch. You could say, oh, but those games were made for PS4, so of course they were not going to do it. Well, how about the fact that the first one, the reboot game, what was it? Was it just Tomb Raider? I know it's Shadow and Rise of the Tomb Raider, the other two. And Rise would have been... I remember people making the joke like Rise would have been the perfect name for the first game. But they named it something else. I don't remember. But anyway, it was made for the PS3 and Xbox 360. It could have been ported to the Switch by now. It hasn't been. Now you could say it's Square Enix and all that stuff. But Square has actually ported a lot of games to Switch. We have all the Final Fantasies bar 13 and 14, I think. which are also coming to the Xbox One. So I'm guessing sooner or later we're going to see the Switch releases. I would wager we're going to see, I think in the first direct of the year, all the Kingdom Hearts being announced for Nintendo systems. They already are on the Xboxes, and I think there was like maybe a backstage deal, or backstage works deal between my PlayStation and Square, or PlayStation paying a lot of money for it, or because I didn't want to distract people from the fact that Kingdom Hearts 3 was coming out and having all those games come out for the Switch would have been like taking a little bit of focus away, a little bit, but not too much. But hey, companies work in mysterious ways when it comes to this. So I would guess that's why. But everything else Square has ported and has done, like Dragon Quest, all the games that have released this past generation are on Nintendo. Final Fantasy, all the games are coming to Nintendo. The only games missing are actually 13, 14, and 15. I forgot about 15. 15, technically speaking, is on the Switch, but in a different way. Capcom, even though they're not making any new games for the system, they've brought along older games at ridiculous prices, but they have done it. So yeah, for the DLC, it's weird to say yes or no. If Sakurai had full range, I would wager yes, eventually she'll make it into Smash Bros. And holy Jeebus, I don't know what happened. My battery just completely crashed. It was at 30 minutes, now it's at 6 minutes to go, so I'm gonna have to rush a little bit. So, major points, if Sakurai was in charge of it completely, I guess, yes, Lara Croft will eventually make it to Smash. I don't think as DLC, she could be a Mii costume, but I think absolutely Lara Croft one day will make it into Smash Bros. I could see her being a Mii costume for both Mii Gunner and Mii Brawler. She could absolutely be a DLC character. I don't think she will be, but I think she will absolutely be a character in Smash down the road because it's Lara effing Croft, one of the most popular video game characters of all time. The one thing that annoys me about Lara Croft is not Lara herself, is people talking about female representation in Smash. A lot of people just want a female character for the sake of a female character, which to me devalues the character a lot. If Shantae gets in, I'll love it, but if Shantae gets in because, oh, we needed a woman, I'll be kind of annoyed because like you guys don't care about the character, you just see her as a percentage or a vagina that we need to put in the game. I'll still buy it because I love Shantae, but the thing about Lara is that annoys me because I see a lot of people talk about characters and making extreme cases for Jill to be the character in Smash, or going with characters that probably aren't going to be in Smash, like Urbosa, who shouldn't be in Smash before other Zelda characters, like, I don't know, Midna, Girahim. There are more interesting characters than her, or a character like Twin Tail, who shouldn't be the first rep for ARMS. That should obviously be Springman and Ribbon Girl, but, you know, Twin Tail. So yeah, also, let's go over to the comment. Jesus, the thing is dropping fast. Like, it was 6 minutes when I said 2 minutes ago, and now it's at 3. Holy Jeebus. Okay, so Terry Servison in the comment section from the Phoenix Wright video said, I'm doubtful that we'll get any more Capcom characters as full fighters, and I could see Phoenix Wright get in as a Mii costume, but not a full playable fighter. As for Lara Croft, I think she'll get in as a Mii Gunner costume. Yeah, it depends. I could see both of them happening eventually. I think Phoenix has lost a lot of relevancy over the past 5 years, so yeah, that hurts his chances a lot. Lara, as I said, Mii costume for both Gunner and Brawler would work. Be interesting to see, but I think that eventually she'll make it in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate or Super Smash Bros. Franchise. I'm not too sure about Phoenix, but yeah. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Apologies for the rushed ending because I only have 2 minutes now, and that dropped. That was insane. I watched it happen, and I only have 1 minute, so sorry. Sorry about that. Thank you guys for watching. I've been Raj of the S. Join me again next week for Soul Bad Guy from the Guilty Gear series. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time. Hey, by the way, go and check out my playthroughs of Luigi's Mansion that ends today and Pokemon Sword that's going on right now. I actually like the game. So thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time.